Any idea where we can get a really great Thanksgiving dinner all year round at Walt Disney World? Find out today here on Walt Disney World Adults Only. Welcome your Royal Highnesses, I'm Dan and you're watching Walt Disney World Adults Only, and today I would like to talk to you about one of my favourite restaurants at Disney's Magic Kingdom. Located in Liberty Square, Liberty Tree Tavern is a real treat for anybody who loves a Thanksgiving dinner. I will tell you a bit about this restaurant and then I'll be joined by Taylor and Carol, who will both give you their own dining experiences at this restaurant. I have dined here twice myself and at the end I will tell you all about my great experiences of eating at this restaurant. As you can probably hear, my voice still hasn't come back fully, so please bear with me. Hopefully you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. Before we get started, please click subscribe, I would really appreciate that. And then tell me in the comments, have you dined at Liberty Tree Tavern, or is it on your list for a future trip? If it isn't, please tell me why. So, Liberty Tree Tavern, located in Liberty Square at Disney's Magic Kingdom, is a table service restaurant themed as a stately colonial inn. It serves traditional New England style food. The restaurant is deceivingly quite large and has 6 themed dining rooms. Here you will find richwood panelling, candelabra chandeliers, large brick fireplaces and walls adorned with period portraits. Each of the 6 rooms commemorates a pivotal figure in US history. Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Paul Jones, Paul Revere, Betsy Ross and George Washington. It's all about the food here though, and the star of the show is the Thanksgiving dinner, or the bill of fare as it's known. This is an all you care to enjoy lunch or dinner with the food being brought to your table. $39 plus tax and gratuity, you get fresh bread with honey butter, a fresh declaration salad with a house-made dressing, roast turkey breast, beef pot roast, roasted pork, mashed potatoes, seasonal vegetables, mac and cheese and herb stuffing too. Then for dessert, the infamous Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake. Unlimited food and all included in the price. They also do a plant-based equivalent, the Tavern Keeper's Feast. This switches out the meat offerings for an impossible meatloaf served with mushroom gravy. You can get beers, wines, sangrias, mimosas and a whole range of specialty soft drinks here as well. Before COVID and at lunchtime only, there was an a la carte menu option here as well. Some of the options on this menu sounded really great and it would appear that these are going to be making a return in the future. We will keep you updated in our Facebook group. So I think that's what you need to know. Should we now get some reviews? Let's go to Taylor first, as she's dined there the most recently of the 3 of us and she even did a vlog of her dining experience. Taylor?
You are right, Jan. I did vlog this back in January with Jake, and it is right here on Walt Disney World Adults Only. So if you want to check out that video, it'll be linked in the description down below. Liberty Tree Tavern had been on my list for a while, but Thanksgiving food can be really filling, and the last thing I wanted to do when I was visiting in the spring or in the fall when it was still really hot was have a super filling Thanksgiving meal and then have to continue on with my day in the 90-degree weather. So when we booked a trip in January, I thought there's no better time to try Liberty Tree Tavern. And I can tell you the exact day. It was January 30th because it was my birthday. The restaurant itself is super cute. Sort of like you're stepping back in time to dine with the founding fathers. And the service that we experienced was really great. Our server was super friendly and our food arrived pretty much instantly, which is always a plus. We dined there for lunch, a really early lunch, so it wasn't super crowded, and the food was delicious too. You start with that salad, which is good because sometimes when you're in Disney, you forget that vegetables exist, and just a nice crisp salad can really help you out. The turkey and pot roast were really excellent, and Jake loved the pork as well. And stuffing is probably one of my favorite foods. I mean, it's bread. How can you not love stuffing? And you don't really eat stuffing outside of Thanksgiving here in the States, so having stuffing in the middle of January, end of January, was a nice little treat. Mashed potatoes, can never really go wrong there, and the vegetables, I remember green beans in particular, were really good. So that meal as a whole, I definitely recommend it. And of course, you can't talk about Liberty Tree Tavern without mentioning the Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake dessert. As you know, I'm not the biggest dessert person. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but this was really good. If I'm gonna have dessert, I do prefer one with ice cream, and the sauce over this, it really was ooey gooey, so delicious. But it's a big, big meal, so you can ask for more. We didn't. We ate what was in front of us and left quite a bit behind because we had to go back into the parks and walk around and ride rides. I think for that $39 that this meal is definitely worth it. Maybe if you want to get your money's worth, book this as the last thing you do in the day. You eat here and then you leave the park and go back to your resort. Then if you're super full, you won't be miserable. Just something to think about. So overall, I give Liberty Tree Tavern 2 thumbs up. I don't think I'll be rushing back here anytime soon. There are just way too many restaurants on Disney property that I still need to try. So that was my experience, Carol. But I have heard that you like a good home-cooked turkey dinner.
Yes, Taylor, I really do love a good turkey dinner. Especially when you've been traveling and are away from home, sometimes you just want that home-cooked meal, and that's what you're going to find at Liberty Tree Tavern. First of all, the atmosphere fits right in with Liberty Square. You definitely feel like you're in the colonial period. As you walk in the restaurant, one wall is completely stone with a huge fireplace in the center of it. Little things add to that feeling that you're going back in time. The chairs are wooden, there's no cushions on them, and there's no tablecloths, because that's not something you would find except in the finest homes. It's those little things that immerse you in Disney magic. So let's talk about the food. It's fabulous. I like the family style. It's a buffet that you don't have to get up for. Now, I can't eat everything that comes with the Patriots platter. I don't eat beef, so I don't get that part of the meal. The turkey, however, is phenomenal. It feels like it just came out of the oven, fresh, warm, juicy. The gravy, it's sort of a mushroomy gravy, a little on the sweet side, I thought, but it was delicious. The stuffing is moist and has a lot of flavor to it. The mac and cheese was a surprise. It was very cheesy, it was warm, the noodles were not overdone, and they weren't al dente either. They were just the perfect consistency. So I really enjoyed the mac and cheese. I tried not to fill up on that. I tried to fill up on the vegetables, trying to be a little good. Now on to dessert. Just the name is delicious. This was topped with vanilla ice cream and some caramel and chocolate drizzle over the top. At the end of that meal, I didn't have a lot of room. It was really, really good. One thing I noticed, the cast members were very quick when they saw one of the meats dwindling to come over and see if you'd like more of that. At a price point of $39 per person, I feel I really got my money's worth for this meal. Dan, you've dined here twice. Is it a must-do for every trip for you?
Thanks, Carol. I really do like it, but I'm not convinced it's for every single trip. I first went in 2017 with a friend and we both really loved it. And then in 2019, I went with my family and I really wanted them to experience it as I knew they would really, really enjoy a Thanksgiving dinner. We obviously don't have Thanksgiving here, and so I think this is probably more of a treat for us than it may be for the American guests. It is very similar to what we might have for our Christmas dinner, and my family do love a Christmas dinner. Now, I think the theming of this restaurant is absolutely on point. You really do feel like you've stepped back in time and you're in an old colonial inn. And the costumes that the cast members wear really add to the effect as well. On both occasions, I was seated really efficiently, the staff were really pleasant and engaging, and the food was actually delicious. And I ate way too much on both occasions. I used the Disney dining plan on both of my visits, and it felt like a really good, effective, efficient use of one table service credit. What I can tell you is that I certainly felt very full up on both occasions. I had the Thanksgiving dinner on both visits, or the all you care to enjoy bill of fare as it's called. The bread was fresh, the salad was delicious, and I adored the turkey breast and pot roast. I'm not a pork lover, so I don't think I tried that, but mashed potatoes, French beans, herb stuffing, mac and cheese, gravy, it was so good. And I think I pretty much had more of everything. I will just add that the stuffing here is really good. Then onto the Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake, and I have to say that this makes it onto my list of top 3 desserts in the whole of Walt Disney World. A vanilla toffee cake, chocolate sauce, chocolate chips and vanilla ice cream. It is sweet, buttery, crisp on the outside, gooey in the middle, and the slight bitterness to the chocolate just finishes it off. It is warm, the ice cream is cold, and it is just the perfect dessert. If you haven't tried it, then you need to. I've tried it twice. I also had a really nice sangria here as well. I think it was a peach sangria and it had fresh peach in it. It was different and really quite refreshing too. I've never tried the lunch a la carte menu options here. There are things that I would really like, but I know if I ordered from that menu, I would just have absolute food envy watching others eating that amazing Thanksgiving dinner. So if you haven't dined here, you probably need to. Have we persuaded you? And if you have any questions at all about Liberty Tree Tavern, pop them in the comments down below and we will do our best to answer them for you. We now have so many videos about dining at Walt Disney World. We've put them all into a huge playlist for you. I'll put a link to that playlist in the description below, and a link should pop up here for you as well. For now though, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for bearing with my Smurf voice.
If you like this video, tell us. Tell us that you liked it and hit the thumbs up.
If you like our channel, please hit subscribe and hit that bell as well so you know when our videos come out.
Share this video with your friends too to help them learn all about the Liberty Tree Tavern.
If you're not already a member of our adult-only Facebook group, please join us. The link is in the description below.
Tell us in the comments down below what kind of videos you want to see us make in the future.
And in the meantime, remember, never grow up.